Hi everybody, Natsumaris here, and in this video, I'm going to tell you the importance of focus and on buying back time. Quite often, as business owners, one thing that we see is it's really hard to really move really quickly through business, um, especially if you try to get to new levels. And this is something that I'm experiencing, my clients are experiencing, and I see different times in in what I see in my career and what my clients see in their careers is sometimes you have a point where they have a big breakthrough and they start moving very quickly, raising a lot of money, creating their assets, doing their second deal. And there's some people that, within a year, between 1 to 4 years, I see them, they do their first acquisition and they come back and they're like, oh, I already did my second acquisition. I'm looking to do my third. And so I see people, and I see over time, the longer I'm running this business, I start to see these things. And what I really notice is people end up getting good results over short periods of time, and then they get stuck on other things for most of the time. And it's really hard to. I've seen a few people where they continue to exponentially grow, and until they flatline on a certain level, even that be it whether it's like $700,000 a month, $300,000 a month, two deals per quarter, whatever. There's always like a limit that people get stuck at before they explode again. So, addressing this video, I guess I can talk about a few things that are relevant if somebody's stuck when they're looking to raise money to buy businesses. So the best thing that has helped me is just modeling after people that are doing it successful. So even running a business that does this service for people, watching people that are successfully doing it and emulating as much as I can, while also doing the work myself in finding a new angle, that has been the biggest breakthrough, because it's really hard to not only find something that makes a lot of money, it's hard to find something that makes a lot of money that you love doing, that you feel as if you're progressing, you're adding to the world, and you feel like everything is just united. The Japanese call it ikigai, where your passion, the amount of money you make, the what you're giving to people is all in harmony and is all additive instead of competitive. So that's how I feel about my business. And a lot of people feel that way about their funds and about what they're working on and the deals that they're doing. Some people don't. Some people just make money from it and then they hate it. But, it affords them a lifestyle that can help them do things that they actually like and build a bridge to other things that they like. So what am I trying to say here? Number one, really, I found that it's best to model closely after people that are doing it successfully. If there's somebody that has a fund, if somebody has a deal, and you're looking to build with people that are getting good results, and you're looking to build with people, and you're looking to move really quickly through life, I noticed that it's better just to copy people that have the results, but up to a degree, because somebody always has like a different angle that they play. Some people get into a different market than you in a different time. Somebody's skills are different. The way that somebody's unique advantage can play out in the market is different. So copy people while understanding that in the laws of physics, just say like you can't have two objects that exist in the same spot. So there has to be some differentiation. In nature, in biology, you see, like in ecology, you see you can't have two creatures that occupy the same niche. If not, the amount of food in that area is going to diminish by half. So you have to understand that, yes, it's important to copy sometimes, but it's also impossible to copy exactly the same way, because things change over time, your strengths are different, and you can always have a unique angle that you have that nobody else has, because if not, you'll be a clone. And if it makes no sense, right? If you're congruent with something else that already exists. So when people launch their funds, when I work my company, when we work on raising capital, we just model after what already exists and what already works. Instead of trying to reinvent the wheel, the only part that we reinvent the wheel is in being unique and differentiating ourselves, so that we're not in a crowded and competitive market, but so we're in a market that is growing, number one, and a market that we have a unique strategic advantage in. So let's say you're acquiring multifamily real estate, and your team is an expert in doing it in distressed properties because the laws of your state are not tenant friendly; they're more landlord friendly. So you can afford to take bigger risks in opportunistic deals where you work with lower income properties. You may have like a local government advantage because maybe the government pays you to work on those types of opportunities. Maybe you have some tax benefits too because you're working in something called an opportunity zone, which can allow you to put more money in to an area to develop it and be tax exempt after 5 years. That can protect your investors and that gives you a unique advantage. And let's say you know tons of people in the local area, so you can get that advantage. Whereas if you live in an area where it's more tenant friendly, you may have to leverage more luxury real estate so you can protect yourself from defaults of tenants that don't pay on time. But you have access to a luxury market. It's a different type of business, different game. So you leverage your skills and get people around you that are unique, that you expect experience in that. Let's say you buy businesses, but they're not attached to real estate. So then you become a master at buying online businesses, and you master that niche. There's always a unique play, and you know, just because it seems like it's congruent to something else is the same, it doesn't have to be. So all in all, just remember, copy, but don't be congruent. Copy and then add in your own unique DNA, because it's kind of like biology where it comes to DNA. Because if you have two things with the same genetics that reproduce, you get a mutation and you get disease. But if you get two things with slightly different genetics that creates an offspring, you're going to have something that is, because evolution loves variation. And the same thing applies to ideation and executing things out in the market. As long as you test it to see if it works and people are going to use it, investors will buy it, customers will buy it. Then in the capitalist ecology, those are the types of creatures or businesses or funds, syndications that work in the market. So with this, I'll see you in the next video. And if you have any questions about what we do, make sure you head to raises.com and we'll see you on the other side.